Amazing evening, Nigeria. Welcome to Update is Precious. Another beautiful day to talk about things that happen from inside Nigeria. Let me quickly announce to you that next week, Tuesday, we may have a very full session. I am still planning and making our ways how the next week, Tuesday, won't go function, but I will let Ona know because are they in talks with Goldie Gamari, the Canadian politician, we Pierce Morgan, Future for Inside Him show. And she they willing to join us to come know more about the things that they happen for inside Nigeria, especially as they get to do with this conversation. But we cannot have that conversation without, of course, featuring prominent people then way they involved for the conversation. Maybe we get people then way they affected for the communities. Maybe we'll get people like Ishigumi too, maybe so that they'll come and make them talk their own, make everybody talk their own, make we not go. But I'm gonna let you guys know exactly as it will take B by next week Tuesday. But just save that date next week Tuesday by 7 p.m. It promises to be an explosive conversation. Of course, you know, see the USB, and it will be full house because we'll get like 4-5 different people inside the house. Well, I will talk about it later. But welcome to the show, guys. It's always a pleasure to be with you and to bring on a gist and what they happen for inside Nigeria. My name is Precious India. My beloved always sweets me to bring on to read and we get to do in Nigeria. But today, my beloved not too sweet me because the bad news them don't tire person. Waiting happen. It's just like say Donald Trump threats just opened the gates of attacks for Nigeria. And attacks begin happen left, right, and center, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. It be like say, as Donald Trump threatening these people because he think he can do more than the dead rats. Let's see if he can do more than the dead rats. Because how else do you explain the attack in Kwara State Church? I couldn't play that video yesterday, but going back and watching that video over and over again all day, and hearing from the life experiences of people where BC experience those things, it did really heart wrenching. And that elderly woman where I see, I hope she's one of those who survived that attack. I hope they no kidnap that mama because it's in the one carry am. You see, the matter then when it happened for Nigeria, it's too much. From the killing of our gallant Brigadier General Musa Oba to the kidnap of them say 25 girls for KB Comprehensive, but now I don't reach 33 girls now. To the one we get to do a Kwara State Church attack, to all the pockets of things where they happen here and there, and to think of the fact, say these same people where they do this thing tomorrow, they will tell you they have repented and they will reincorporate them into the Nigerian military again. Now tell me how possible that is. That these people no go be the people where they give feed to military. To the bandits them. Things really happen for Nigeria, honestly speaking. If not be small thing, I don't pack my load come off for Nigeria matter because it can be really mentally draining. That's why I always advise us to protect our mental health. But let's get straight to some of the hot topics and what we get this evening. Sharp, 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 sharp. And we could begin to treat them one at a time. Now, there is a bombastic exclusive here. I call them bombastic. So there's a bombshell exclusive by SaharaReporters on how Tinubu's defense minister, Matawalle, maintains contact with bandit leaders, not leader, bandit leaders, and ordered them to make sure they force communities to vote for APC in 2027. This now according to person we work for an aide. Now they talk this one. I would have been shocked about this, but hey, this is Nigeria, so waiting go feel won't shock you again for Nigeria. It shock you because you remember, say this same particular minister, him and the governor where they now, where they for the states now, where be PDP, then they are loggerheads because of these bandit issues. In fact, they don't accuse back and forth. The governor don't talk, say, he know these bandits them. They know, say, even with him phone, if he see their location one day, but say, if he say, may they attack them, say, they go say they no gets, they need approval, clearance from Abuja to clear them. And who be the Abuja will go clear? Could it be one of the reasons why this aid is coming out now to reveal that Matawalle is keeping them and in good talks with them and telling them to, using them to compel communities to vote for APC? When and to what end, really? Well, if this not true, then a big accusation. I hope so. Matawalle will come out conclude himself for this conversation. But when they come on, you never hear anything. This one is just the beginning of the gist because more day inside that gist. Let's go straight to other issues. Bandits launch midnight attack on Sokoto community, kill ex-councillor, abduct several residents. You know, say it would think Kwara State own and Kebbi own they happen. It they happen round the country. Sokoto State they collect them back to back too. It happened again for Sokoto State too. As they enter midnight attack for inside Sokoto community, kill former councillor, map others and kidnap others and carry go. Nigerian man confirms 2 relations abducted by terrorists who attacked CAC Church in Eruku. That is one man, see, two of his relatives follow for people who didn't attack for that church attack, follow for people who didn't kidnap for that church attack. And then we'll move on. Eruku community begs Kwara Police Commissioner, give our vigilante weapons. So, give our vigilante weapons. We will defend ourselves. Not be say we'll not fit defend ourselves. Just give us weapons. Why are people not, empowered to defend themselves? Well, they will tell you so that they know use and begin to do other things. Kwara Governor Abdul Razak storms Eruku town after terrorist attack on CAC. And then insecurity. It's time to make tough calls, Rotimi Amechi. It's time to make tough calls, Rotimi Amechi. Now they tell Oga Tinubu. In fact, he even tell him, say, look, we're ready to help you in case you know fit do this work. We're ready to help you if you go fit ask for help. Sorry, if you feel humble enough, if you feel manage ask for help, we'll be ready to help you. Now, so Chibike also tell Oga Tinubu, our president, having Tinubu as president after 2027 is too risky. Netizen raises alarm. Say it is too risky to get Tinubu as president for 2027. Why didn't go talk that kind of thing? And then we'll move on. 99% of terrorists are Nigerians. We know them and where they are. Security expert Yahuza Getso. Now they talk this one. And he talked this one for national television, for Channels TV today. So wait, if we know them, I thought we heard they were terrorists. I thought we heard that these herdsmen, when they do this attack and all that, they don't speak Nigerian language, they don't identify with any state in Nigeria that are terrorists. How come this man at the confess say, we know them, we know where they are, and he is a security expert based in northern Nigeria. The conspiracy about this security for Nigeria is too much. If you make your head blue, why is Gumi, who has openly supported Islamist genocide of Christians, yet to face arrest? Who they ask this question? Dickin Donley ask Nigerian police. Dickin Donley, now foreigner, where they ask this question. In person from far Obodo Ibo, they ask us this question. Who wait there for Nigeria? Waiting we won't talk. Meanwhile, in all of this drama where they happen about genocide and attack for church and all that, guess waiting on a government they talk. Christian genocide. Your federal government says our position remains unequivocal despite latest challenges. Nigerian government. So no Christian genocide, no matter what you want to talk. If they like, maybe they enter 50 churches, no Christian genocide yet. Our position are the same thing. Even though say we don't system, they don't enter churches. No Christian genocide. Now, so on a government they talk. Meanwhile, we'll spare no effort to rescue abducted Kebbi school girls. Shetima, our vice president, don't talk. I think don't land inside Kebbi right now to go see how it will use help rescue the girls. Them Kebbi school girls abduction will ensure Tinubu tells parents. Chief of Army Shaibu announces recruitment of 24,000 soldiers from where and where. Hope say not be repentant, bandits, terrorists, and all the rest of them follow inside. Schoolgirls abduction. VP Shetima arrives in Kebbi, I told you earlier. Kwara, Christian genocide claim becoming self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, so before, on a be not even one agree say they even kill Christians. On a not even agree to this matter at all. Now they do it like say don't they become true. Are you guys serious? Well, let's enter inside political issues very quickly. PDP invasion of secretariat by expelled members reaffirms new party leadership. Beauty. PDP invasion of secretariat by expelled members reaffirms new party leadership. Board of Trustees, now they talk this one. Wike can support APC but can't force PDP not to field presidential candidates. Professor Keeler, now they talk that one. Remember saying that the condition Wike they give you that. PDP crisis. The people shall triumph. Olubodion. Now they talk this one to Tinubu. They tell Tinubu this one. Not what anything when you do, now the people now go succeed. Meanwhile, Shawore don't carry on come again up because you don't want to let a president race. They say you are only focused on land grabbing, borrowing, and stealing. Shawore knocks Tinubu over recent killings, calls for his impeachment. Say, let them impeach you. You don't know your work. Eh? I'm not a lot of people don't. In fact, Nigerians, why are you guys like this now? Because if you like, just they give President Tinubu back the medicine we say they give Jonathan for 2014. Because everybody they quote in tweet for 2014, they tell them say, you self, I beg, you don't reach when you go resign. Be like saying no, you handle insecurity. Why did you do like this? Let's go back to PDP issues, I beg. Brazen invasion and violent attack of PDP National Secretariat by agents of APC led by Wike is dangerous assault on Nigeria's democracy. ADC. Now they talk this one. Atiku tackles Tinubu over on your mandate rendition of judges or a judges conference. Okay, we'll go talk about how you use tackle and waiting to tell them. All right. And then we'll move on to other issues. Nigerian army dismisses 4 soldiers fighting Boko Haram for disobeying standing order. Waiting be the standing order we be saying disobey. We'll go let you in on now. And then respect Nigerian laws, suspend your strike. Tinubu government tells resident doctors. Now, in case you don't understand, make a break to you. For 3 weeks plus now, thereabouts, Nigerian doctors, resident doctors, National Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, that's what they call themselves. They've been on strike. Why? Because of some unpaid allowances where government never paid them. Where government promised them over the years where they no pay one. And the fact say it is some agreement where government give with them where they never meet up. They have been on strike. That is, if you go to any government hospital right now, not only consultants they go attend to you. Any severe or major case, sorry for you in a private hospital, you could go. For 3 weeks, so all this drama they happen, then they go PDA, APC party, people they enter party, they go rally, all these things. Doctors have been on doctors don't get on strike all this while. Now, waiting government will tell them instead of meeting their demand or perhaps meeting them halfway, waiting government they tell them, make on a respect on our laws, make on a call off on a strike. Are you serious? But it is very easy to increase allowances of politicians, to buy on ourselves the kind of cars on they buy on ourselves, to give on ourselves the kind of luxury life on they give on ourselves. But people where they work to save lives, you don't find it necessary to meet their demands. That's not a question people they ask me that. But then let's go on. We'll talk about that and when the time comes. And then very quickly, court jails ISWAP commander 20 years after confessing to multiple deadly attacks in Kano. It shock you. Now, all these efforts we be say they make noise, they talk so that they go bring the perpetrators of all this crime to book. Guess the book where they put them inside. 20 years imprisonment, approximately 10 years, then they go to prison. After 10 years, they will come back, continue their ways. For people that bombed and killed people, cleared communities, waiting and they give them that 20 years in prison. If Nigeria matter no tire you, I don't know what I don't know what's going to tire you because there's some case where you be say it go they bust your brain. You just be wondering like what is really going on, waiting they really go on for inside this country. Well, welcome to the show. It's always a delight to be with you to discuss Nigeria matter with you and to bring on a matter the way they share for inside the country. Now, that'll be one of the reasons we make I manage to protect my mental health. Because when I remember, say, at least I go can't talk away my sorrow small here. So it give me a lot of joy. So let's go straight to the conversation. Let's start or begin with that expose. Should we start with expose? Make we leave Matawalle expose first. Make we first enter with updates of what's not happen for Kwara State and Kebbi State. Then we'll come back to Matawalle because that expose is exposing. I would like cool down, make a gist and well. Now let's get straight to the issues of bandits. Now, Kabunga community for inside Kwara local government area of Sokoto State, inside Kwari local government area of Sokoto State was plunged into morning late Tuesday and was plunged into morning late Tuesday, that is yesterday night, after bandits launched a brutal midnight assault that left at least 2 people dead, including a former councillor Alhaji Yahaya Bawa Rumos. Now, residents told the security source, Bakestein, that the gunmen stormed the community around midnight, firing sporadically and moving from house to house. In the confusion, several people were abducted with families waking up to discover loved ones missing. So that means they abducted a lot of people. Quoting the source, they said the entire community is in shock. They killed a former councillor and one other person. Many people were taken. We don't even know the number yet of the people that were taken. They don't fit count them yet. One resident said, describing the incident as another night of horror for a region long under siege. Now, as of Wednesday morning, security agencies have not issued any official statements. Residents said no reinforcement arrived while the attack lasted. Nothing, no sign. The government keeps telling us that they are on top of the situation, but people are being killed and abducted every week in our village, another local said in frustration. Now, the latest assault in Kware came just days after a series of coordinated attacks on multiple communities in Sabonbrini. I told you guys that. Sabonbrini local government area of Sokoto State. Now, the Northwest Security Sources Pakistan disclosed on X, aka Twitter, that the terrorist struck Yara Bulutu, Gajit, Al Kalawa, Garin Magaji, and Damba communities on Thursday night last week, killing several residents, injuring many, and abducting an undisclosed number of people. They never release those ones yet, so they don't commit another attack again. Now, he described the situation simply as sad news. According to community observers or observations, locals fear the renewed violence may be linked to recent developments in neighboring Shinkafi local government area of Zamfara State, particularly the reported truce between government actors and Bello factions of bandits. A development that's that they suspect may be fueling increased attacks across Isa and Sabonbury local governments. He said the concerns are still based on community observations and have not been officially confirmed. Now, in case you don't know, remember, I said the governor of Zamfara State, they consistently accuse federal government of being in talks with bandits, of mediating with bandits for inside Zamfara State, even though at several times they don't come and talk, say no be true and no be like that and all that. But then it is what it is. So now, this particular source now they talk, say they fear, say this attack will happen, this new attack now for inside Sokoto State. If it be because of, say, they just signed a new deal with bandits for inside Zamfara State, Bello team. You know, say Bello now they control Zamfara, Sokoto, and all that. So as they don't give them deal for DNA, they will go threaten Sokoto people, make them serve, then ginger them so that maybe their governor will come shake, but they also give deal. Perhaps that's what is going on. Well, we do not know, but it is sad because people are dying every day in their numbers. The ones who didn't abduct F9 was fast because you don't know what they do to them. If you see videos sometimes of how did they use treat these people and how did they use even treat them, how did they use kill them, the way they even, and then if you see the faces of those bandits and the ones they will carry as wife, you just be wondering what is going on. What's really happened for inside this country? In fact, a lot of people don't come out because of this one. They talk to President Bola Tinubu, say, "Oga, I'm not sure say he deal because if he dare around, you know, they let these things they happen. We won't believe say you know they're around. If you dare around, this kind of thing no going to happen, and everywhere just stay calm like this. Please show us that you're here. Show us that something that you're capable to handle this. At the end of the day, not be grandnuts who they talk about, not be flies. Now human beings, people with dreams, ambitions, aspirations, dying every day. And just like people are talking about, we make them remember Nnamdi Kanu, talks and all that. He may soon get into the city. He goes soon enter the cities. People now started even calling Nnamdi Kanu a prophet. Say, this is what you don't talk about since now it happen. No, you don't tell us say they will encroach Western Forest. Oh, you don't tell us say they will begin attack West. Oh, that's what you tell us don't they happen. Oh, today they started trending Nnamdi Kanu, started hailing him for having the foresight to see all these things before. In fact, some of the things he even said in an initial video I posted, I can't play that now because it's quite lengthy. He even explained that people in the Western, Western people as Yorubas are keeping calm. They're not shouting enough because maybe their brother is going to contest election and wants to be president. At that time, they never even do primaries. Oh. I don't know how Nnamdi Kanu use all those things. At that time, when they talk those things, they never arrest him. And they never do primaries. So how did he know all those things then? And the things he said were so accurate. He applied to what's happened today. So accurate. In fact, people they call say, the federal government just release this guy because waiting in don't talk now will never come to pass. Because it just looked like he was just warning his people. Maybe if you just blame him for his choice of words and all that, but you can't judge a man by his choice of words if there's truth in what he's saying at the end of the day. But then let's go on very quickly to other issues so that I'll get to Matawalle's case. Now, let's see. We hear that in Nigeria, mine identified only as Bola has confirmed that his biological aunt and another aunt's son were among the victims abducted by terrorists during a violent attack at the Christ Apostolic Church in Iruku, Ekiti local government area of Kwara State yesterday evening. So Dr. Bola on his X on Wednesday clarified details surrounding a widely circulated video showing worshippers fleeing as government invaded the church. And I'm sure you all have seen that video. If you've not seen it, go to my video that I uploaded recently. The one I uploaded just this afternoon, very close to this evening, and go and watch it. It's bizarre to see all of those things. Now, contrary to claims by one Adeshola Yinka, who alleged that an elderly woman in the footage was among those abducted, Dr. Popola said the old woman, seen struggling to run, is his grandmother, and she was not taken. Oh, Hey, that old man. All right, updates. He went on to say updates this morning. My grandma, seen struggling to run into the video, wasn't taking along with those who were kidnapped. Also it's my biological aunt and my cousin, my other aunt's son, who were kidnapped. He said. Now he added that while casualties were recorded during the attack, details remains very uncertain. Quoting him, he says some people were killed. However, the details of who isn't killed yet is not yet out. Now the town is in terror. My two aunties were kidnapped in this video. The old woman running slowly is my grandma, he added. Wow, this is very, very sad. Now, remember that the attackers invaded the church during a meeting and immediately opened fire, sending worshippers running, to take cover. If not be say the church said they do live streaming, say next thing for you say no, 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 it wasn't in a church, it was maybe in a mosque or it was in a public place. It was saying not be church. Now the gunmen came in suddenly and started shooting. 3 people were killed instantly. One source said they gathered others at gunpoint and marched them into the bush. We still don't know the exact number. But by the way, the governor of the state don't go pay visits to them. But before we get to the governor of the state, make we look at what in ABC, the resident of the state, tell the police for inside the state, because they also spoke with the police, and let's see what they had to tell the police. And I think I have a bit of a footage of some of the things they discussed with the police. Let me see if I can get it. Trying to see if I can get their conversation with the police. I'll look for it. I'll look for it. Okay, I'll look for it. But then let's get straight to what they told the Kwara governor said. So, the governor of Kwara State, Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak, arrived in Ruku town, where terrorists wreaked havoc on Tuesday evening on worshippers of Christ Apostolic Church. Now, the governor's visit came as the community continues to mourn the victims. Now, the governor assured them, he spoke very well. He said he promised, saying him and President Bola Tinubu would do their best to join forces to make sure, say, they release everybody will be, say, they affected. So make people not worry themselves too much. Now, him and the president will do their best to ensure that everybody who was attacked will be released. I thought I had that footage, but I'll try to get it. But let's take a listen to what the governor said very quickly. Okay, I thought I had this.
What are you 900 1? So 900 artists in face so pressure for me they don't answer and then they need conference additional. So with that, this our soldiers are very forever. Now she's marching the value, but I mean I'm a forest that won't trade no more. And change of the animal and so don't trade no more. Now I'm talking about our forest that they know so they bring I'm not supposed to so at the same time, the program is ongoing, uniting expanding police force so that normally, and we do our schedule and we obtain the project programs and all the challenges and what I think I need to know. I do I need to Amen.
Wow. Wow. Well, there you go. You don't hear him. You see, as they clap for him, as he be say talk. Now, I know he spoke mostly in Yoruba language, so I'll try to see if I can get an interpreted copy of the things that he said so that we could fit talk about them. I mean, he spoke to the residents of the church and they accused, remember that the church people accused police operatives, that is police, of firing tear gas at local vigilantes who had run out of ammunition during a terrorist attack instead of confronting the assailant directly. So that means the people, they blame the police, say it be like say then they complicit for the attack. Now the attack, which left 3 church members killed and unidentified numbers kidnapped, has left the community in shock. The police had come to the town. This is a police reporter. Okay, yeah. So the police had come to the town following the abduction and killings of some church members, but the residents say the officers' response during the attack left much to be desired. So, quoting, he said, "We really appreciate your visit, sir, but we must speak out. Our police give us a very serious problem," the representatives told the governor. Now, instead of helping us during the attack, they added to our troubles. When the terrorists began shooting yesterday, for more than 30 minutes, we were left unarmed and unprepared. Our vigilantes and a few brave residents did their best to defend the community, but we quickly ran out of ammunition. The youth leader recounted that as the vigilantes tried to get weapons to confront the attackers, however, the Nigerian police arrived and began firing tear gas at people where they help on. I don't understand. Like, people are attacking your community. You're helping defend your community. Police come arrive. Instead of them to help you follow the attack, the people they made them run away. Police did not tear gas you for attacking the people then. Does it even make sense to you? Do you understand? That's not the reality of what happened to them. He said that was when the police situation became disrupted. The whole situation became disrupted. Instead of mobilizing to confront the terrorists, the police stayed far away, watching the attackers shoot continuously. Our people were left to fend for themselves. Now, the representatives added that those killed were inside the church when the terrorists struck. He also expressed frustration of local government authorities, accusing them of neglecting the community despite repeated support during elections. Now, they said our local government chairman has not done well concerning the situation. They may not consider us important now, but when election comes, they beg for our support. And we always give it to them. After they get into power, they sideline everyone, including our monarch. He doesn't even pick the king's calls. That is the local government chairman. They talk to the king. What is our offense? How can a whole monarch call and be ignored? Now, the resident highlighted the respect the community holds for their traditional ruler. We have never taken our monarch for granted. He is highly respected person, and anyone who disrespects him is also disrespecting us, he said. Now, finally, the community called on the government to provide more robust security support. Yes, sir, we are asking for help, asking you to give us help. If the government can support us with sophisticated weapons, if everybody begin arm themselves like this, how we go take beat? But that's what they're asking for. But do you blame them for seeking for such help? Do you blame them? That's the question. Since the said the government swear an oath to protect their lives and property, no fee protect them. Is it not better they protect themselves? Now, residents of Eruku say they remain on edge, fearing further attacks, and have called for immediate government intervention to prevent a repeat of this strategy. So they said. All right. So yeah. So the governor spoke to them and promised them that they shouldn't worry about it. In fact, we hear some people were even wounded during the attack. Now, the nearest hospital for neighboring Kogi State, now they carry them go. The nearest hospital for neighboring Kogi State, now they carry them go. And meanwhile, those communities around Kogi and Dakwara, they come under attack back to back to back. So the same way when they used to talk to their governor, now the same way the community people did, they tell police people, the youth, they tell the police, give us, I'm saying, we really appreciate your visit, sir, but we must speak out. Give us arms. Now we say that they tell the police, give us arms to defend ourselves. We need to be able to defend ourselves. I'm going to play you footage of what they said later on, but let's just move on. But no, I mean, Apart from even that, a lot of community experts don't come out and security experts don't come talk, say, look, these people then they're not being winch, they're not being spirit. We know them, we know where they be. As they talk like this, now it can remind me of one video where it been made around about a Benue State councillor. About a councillor for Benue State. Sorry, not a councillor, local government chairman for Benue State. When also suffer lots of attacks like this from community back to back to back. And how that man one day begin talk out. They cry, they talk, say, these attacks don't too much. These attacks don't too much. Say, how if we say Ingo using hand, they call, say, make them kill people. You tell police, make them kill people. Rather, the police will tell you that they cannot. The army will tell you, say, they no go fit, that they need direct order from above to be able to take any action. This same thing where if we say the Zamfara State governor, Daud don't talk before. This same thing, they need reinforcement. What kind of, they need order from above, from Abuja. What kind of order would you need to kill people, killing people you swear an oath to defend? That's not the question people they ask. What kind of order you go need to keep people where you say they keep people where you swear an oath? Now, let me see if I can get a footage of that councillor when he was, the local government chairman.
They don't have the mandate to engage these people. That it is only the federal government that can give them the mandate to engage these people. So my people should be killed. My people should die all before government will talk about this. What is the meaning of this? Yesterday I buried 5 people. A father and 2 of his sons of over 40, 50 years in Teodan, very close to a military base. What is the meaning of this? If they cannot help me, maybe I'll leave this position as chairman and let it continue the way it is. I don't care about being a chairman of the local government of the people that are all killed. What is the meaning of this? Look at a child of 2 years old, butchered with cutlass. How many people? We're talking of not less than 20 people that were killed in Aonana village. This is the village of the former first lady of this state, Mrs. Eunice Otom. This is the village of the Togwe. This is the village of the Bishop, Bishop Banagbe. This is fucking too much for me to condone. And I tell you, whatever will happen, will happen. Thank you.
So the man even had to lose his cool and use the F word because he just couldn't. He had to use the curse word because the thing he enter and well, he pain and for body well, he worry and well. He don't even know when he lose guard, he gets to use the F word. Now here is what the reaction of people for Kwara community concerning the incident.
Please, do you do live video? You want to watch it?
All right, so there you are. That was one of the official visits during the official visit to the church, and and government officials to see them come visit the
how
church.
You continue to do live stream.
May not be
members of the church. When the bandit killed Lawrence when the bandit killed our church, CSOP Shebi, they will go to join people down the church, and they kidnapped almost 35 members of the church. Yes.
What about personalities? How many?
3 contracted and 1 university.
What time did this happen?
6 p.m. today from this time.
Sir, people are wondered how you continue to do live streaming despite the attack on your church.
We are doing Thanksgiving service for the 18 people that was kidnapped 3 weeks ago, and all of them were rescued. That is why we are doing the praising service to thank God for the rescue of those people.
What I usually do.
What do you want now for government?
We want government to help give us assistance.
Before yesterday, sir, do you usually do live streaming of your programs in that church?
Yes. My name again, sir. My name again. My name is and this is our secretary of the church.
All right, thank you.
So you heard that. Now we were able to come across this because they made a do live streaming of the church event, and that's how we got, to see everything that happened. And somehow people talk, say, thank God, say they do live streaming self. And it be like, say these people, then no, say the church bring the live stream. Because now during that live stream, now they fit, now waiting make us get evidence of all of these things really don't happen. And did you hear what he said? They were actually in a Thanksgiving service of about 18 people that were kidnapped in the past, that were all rescued. 18 of their members were kidnapped and were all rescued, perhaps after paying ransom, who knows? And did they do Thanksgiving to thank God, though, say people, they rescued, though, alive for all of them, nobody died for Bandit's hand. As they thank God, that's so another one they happen. There are things that happen in Nigeria that you just be wondering. But let's get straight down to conversations around responses and politics. So, former Minister of Transportation, Right Honorable Rotimi Amici, he don't tell President Bola Tinubu to take decisive action against the rising insecurity across the country. Say time don't come. You can't want to say the government's failure to act decisively has emboldened terrorists and eroded public trust. The thing they make them bold, not the fear. Not the fear. Take those tough decisions. Make the tough call. And he talked this one because of waiting they happen right now for inside the country. He said the federal government needs to sharpen its response to terrorist activities, strengthen military intelligence, and ensure the protection of lives and property, he said. Amici said, enough of looking the other way or issuing statements of condemnation. Prioritizing summits of travel when Nigerians are dying can never define good leadership. It's time to probe wrong decisions, strategize, and make tough calls. Make the tough calls. In fact, it go as far as telling them, say, Oga, if you need us to help you, please speak up. We can help you. Say, Ona lack the political will to curb the rising wave of killings. And if you need help, please seek for it and we will help you. Then I can't remember. I think they talked this one. Now I can't remember. Say, need help. I can't remember waiting happen. I mean, before during the 2023 election campaign and all that. Remember Madam Najatu Ahmed, right? When she fall out because she been dating Tinubu campaign team, when she fall out from Tinubu team that time, and waiting she talk about the president then, say she asked him waiting being planned for insecurity for the north. Yeah, waiting she talk again. Just a reminder, I am reminding you off with this video of what she said about Tinubu.
The time he was sleeping, I asked him what he had for us up north because we have extremely serious security problems. He told me that he didn't have anything. I said, sir, you mean that you want to be president and you don't even have a blueprint? He said he doesn't have a blueprint. He doesn't have a blueprint according to him because if I have a blueprint, I'm quoting him now, then I might be killed and because I'll be stepping on too many toes. I said, sir, in that position that you are looking for, you don't think of death. You don't think of assassination.
If I have a blueprint, I will be killed. Oh, wow. If I have a blueprint, I will be killed. So this is the reason why we can't fight insecurity right now. Because how else do we explain this? So is it that the lives of people go rather rest on the altar of politicians' ambitions for this country? I don't know how else to explain or describe this. It means say the lives of politicians go just day on the altar of the lives of Nigerians go just they die because of our politicians' ambition. Because how has it become very difficult to actually curb this issue of insecurity? Trump just talks say he won't come kill terrorists too. He not say they can't kill Nigerians. In the conquer terrorists, oh, we're a sovereign nation. Oh, we can handle our matter. Oh, we can. Everybody begin panic. The call can be like, say, US won't invade Nigeria. But meanwhile, secretly, we all know the solution to this problem. We all have answers to this problem, and we can do it. But because of vested interests, because of this. Now, here is security. Let me even go straight to that conversation where the security expert was talking tough about the situation. But before I get to it, a Nigerian netizen has sparked intense political debate after warning that allowing Bola Tinubu to remain in office beyond 2027 would pose a serious risk to the country. In a short post on X, Real One or La01 declared that it's too risky to have Tinubu as president of Nigeria beyond 2027. Just too risky if you genuinely love this country. That's what he said. And people say, hey, now you're mad in that. Hello. Okay. Now, the statement quickly gained traction, with many users weighing in on concerns surrounding the governance, national stability, and direction of the administration. Other Nigerian netizens expanded on the fears raised in the viral post. One user, I think at Udusasoni, suggested that Tinubu may already be positioning himself to run unchallenged in the next election. I mean, with what's going on with the PDP and Wike saying that the only option for peace or the only solution to peace is that PDP does not field the presidential candidate. That may just be it without debate. Everybody must vote around. Now he knows, and that's why he's buying everyone that can make him win unopposed. As a matter of fact, if care is not taken, there might not be an opposition against him, and even if there will be, it will be for formality alone. Adding to the wave of public frustration, another commentator at Michael and 206 condemned the current state of nation and accused the administration of worsening conditions. Other users also, suggested that Tinubu may already be positioning himself to run unchallenged, just like the others said. So a lot of people just, talk about that issue. Now let's get straight to what the security expert says. So security and intelligence expert Yahuza Getsu has claimed that almost all terrorists, all, not one, he didn't say one or two, all, no, I don't know if you understand my point, all the terrorists, he said almost all terrorists dubbed bandits operating across Nigeria's northwest and north central, that is the ones waiting for Zamfara, Sokoto, Kaduna, Taraba, Benue, Plateau, all of those ones, that is within northwest and north central, that they are all known individuals living within the country. And guess what he said? They are 99% Nigerians. This one, what they say them from here, saying na lie, na cover up to make them look like saying other people. They are 99% Nigerians, insisting they are neither hidden nor operating from difficult terrains. Now, Getsu made a session on Channel Television this morning brief, where he discussed the persistent terror attacks and mass abduction in northern states. According to him, 99.9% of the bandits operating in northwest and north central Nigeria are Nigerians. We know them, we know who they are, we know where they are. They are not in any hideout or any difficult terrain. That means it's not even hard to see them. His comment, of course, comes amid rising criticism of the federal government and security agencies following the recent abduction of 25 schoolgirls and the killings of vice principal in Kebbi State. Now, Getso argued that the challenge is not a lack of intelligence, but an absence of decisive action against perpetrators. You need to understand that. Say not be say we don't get intelligence, but say we know they will not ready to take action against people when they do this thing. Not be say our army not they capable, not be say we not get the right intelligence, but we not just share ready, we no one do anything to them. Maybe now waiting make we go get mind to the talk kinetic and non-kinetic approach. Let's follow them kinetically. Not and they come to where EBC Senate even they debate the kinetic and non-kinetic approach of this situation as it take be like this. Now, so quoting him, he said, the issue is not that these criminals are unknown, he said. Security agencies have intelligence on their identities and locations. So that means the governor was right. The governor of Zamfara State, Oga Daudu, was right by saying that they know them and they know where they are. They know where they saying go for using phone, see them, Then why were we shouting that you should not come and help us? I want to understand. Now, his remarks have, of course, triggered fresh debate on social media, with many Nigerians questioning why, if the criminals are known, security forces have failed to dismantle the networks behind repeated school kidnappers and rural attacks. Let's take a listen to him, and let's take a listen to him.
99.9% of the bandits operating in northwest and north central Nigeria, they are Nigerians. 99.9% of them, we know them, we know who they are, we know where they are not in any hideout or any difficult terrain.
Dr. Yahuza Gatso, thank you so much. Security, intelligence, and investigation expert, community-driven development professional, and a farmer. We'll get to keep talking with you as far as this conversation. There's a lot to unravel with you.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that from a northerner living in the north and a security expert at that, doing business in the north? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? 99% of them are Nigerians living in Nigeria. Not be saying them before foreigners. Hear it again.
99.9% of the bandits operating in northwest and north central Nigeria, they are Nigerians. 99.9% of them, we know who they are, we know where they are not in any hideout or any difficult terrain.
Dr. Yahuza Gatso, thank you so much. Security, intelligence, and investigation.
Again. So then why has it become impossible? Why would they joke? Why would they play kalu with the lives of people? And then this just reminds me of what happened today. Now, while Ibi say we get a senator where they busy, they cry out for the lives of these young people, the students who Ibi say then kidnap, and how this may be any of us, any of our children. If it be our children, we need to take decisive action and all of that. Guess what? The team will pain me, not be the talk where they talk or how painful it is. Now, actually, that a female senator was actually very nonchalant at the background, while an issue that's got to do with girls, we suppose they within her direct, immediate jurisdiction, they discussed. A male senator is rather more worried. She was just busy. No, let me go. There are about 4 senators in Madame Palibor, Ireti Kingibe, Natasha, and Idiot Adebule. Not going to help me identify who he be. But let's take a listen to him, what he was saying.
General, Brigadier General
Oh, by the way, that's Senator Abdul Mingi, speaking about that situation. Take a listen.
General, Brigadier General Musa.
So you see our able female senator chewing her gum and, nonchalantly, just watch, just keep watching.
And the videos being circulated. And 24 hours after, you saw what happened in Kebbi. What we are missing is that these people have taken advantage of our infallibility to keep getting at us. Imagine if any one of us has a daughter now in captivity in Kebbi. Will you be sleeping? Is it possible for you to survive when your own daughter is taken? And I represent Bauchi Central. Bauchi said, Mr. President, we are facing an existential threat collectively as people. And by the time we begin to procrastinate and say it is this group against this group, it is this religion against this religion, the event of the last few weeks has proven to all Nigerians that these attacks comes to any Nigerian, irrespective of tribe, region, and religion. And therefore, Mr. President, the more we begin to see ourselves as being victims of these terrorists, the better for all of us. Yesterday, we lost a general, Brigadier General Musa, and the videos being circulated. And 24 hours after, you saw what happened in Kebbi. What we are missing is that these people have taken advantage of our infallibility to keep getting at us. Now we have been saddled with a responsibility going forward. Are these terrorists appeasable? Can we reach out to them? There are one school of thought who imagined that these terrorists could be reached and then discussions take place. There is another school of thought who thinks that these terrorists should be met with all the force required to meet them. And that is the entanglement, Mr. President, we are in. It is left for all of us.
You have 2 seconds remaining.
You took my 30 seconds saying, so it took the parliament like ours to come up and tell this government whether we can appease these terrorists or that we can go after these terrorists. Lives have been lost. Imagine if any one of us has a daughter now in captivity in Kebbi. Will you be sleeping? Is it possible for you to survive when your own daughter is taken? And because these daughters are not.
So you saw that. Please, I'd really want to. Who be that senator we did that background? I could really know. I don't want to say it's Senator Idia Tadebule. I don't want to say she's the one because it will be either her or it not be Palibo Harry Banigo. Palibo is more darker skinned, you know. So I'm wondering, but how can a woman be so unconcerned in the Senate? Now, at the wake of this issue we happened with these girls, how many of these female senators don't cry out, don't call, don't speak out over these children death for the floor? Now the male senators, you see the problem they get. Tomorrow I go say, "I don't underrepresented, I don't underrepresented." The little representation you have, what are you doing with it? What are you? How are you utilizing the little representation you have? How are you? How can you have a woman who would be before the floor and be smacking gum, chewing gum, and looking, you know, just be nonchalant over the conversation, as serious as lives? He just did it. Oh, Jerry, make a move on to other matter, beg. It just can be painful, you know, to see things like this happen in Nigeria. And then you're just wondering, and would they wonder why these attacks no one end? Or is it that because their children would never have been in that position because in the first place, their kids are unreachable? They all school abroad. The ones when they school abroad don't call. Now escort go, they carry them waka. At whose expense? At our cost, me and you collective cost. So if escorts, they carry their children, the waka and all that. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as they are safe and secure, the rest people can go to hell. Who be me and you? Will not be anybody. Well, make us still give you a reaction of an Senate then for inside that matter. But let's before I go into other issues. Now, British Catholic deacon Nick Donnelly don't question the continued freedom of controversial Islamic cleric Nnamdi Kanu. Make I see whether I could get that this thing tweet, even though I won't read them, but let me see if I can get a copy of the tweet so that it won't look like, you know, we're just talking without giving him an opportunity to also speak. Yeah, I think he said that. Let's see if we can get some of those tweets. So he said he questioned the continued freedom of controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, citing his past comments that appeared to justify or defend violent extremist groups responsible for mass killings across northern Nigeria. Now, this one when talk, of course, go down well with a lot of people. So let me see. I think I've got that tweet here, right here. I got that tweet. So let's see. So here is what he had to say about the Sheikh Gumi's incident very, very quickly. Here we go. So this is what he said. So he said, Gumi has been very open about his support for the Islamist genocide of Nigeria, of Christians. Why hasn't he been arrested by Nigerian police? That question where he asked, nobody will answer him for Nigeria. And of course, he was reacting to why Gumi was trending, where he said, don't vote for politicians who will fight or kill our bandits. They are warriors in the forests. So now, if somebody from another country can be asking that kind of question, waiting a tell about us, waiting a tell about our the sincerity of purpose to fighting this issue or this menace of insecurity. He said, Gumi has been open about his support for the Islamist genocide Christians, wondering why the cleric has not been questioned or arrested by Nigerian police force, despite years of controversy surrounding his public statements. Now, his reaction came after resurfaced footage of Gumi's previous sermons. So you saw that already. It is very sad. But now one of the things, and what would you say? But in all of these things when they happen, let's go straight. The Nigerian government, through the Ministry of Information and National Orientation, Oga Mohammed Idris, has insisted that the President, Bola Tinubu administration, can handle the security challenges bedeviling the country. Can? How? When? Where? How you going to take handle now? That's what your Minister for Information said. Now, the minister spoke at a press briefing. Anytime I see this press briefing, I remember we in Americans here, but that the only way we get news is for a government official to hold a press briefing and call major media houses. That's the way we get news. And that's exactly what happened here. So he spoke at a press briefing in Abuja today, Wednesday, where he highlighted some of the measures already taken by the government to combat the situation. And why is it getting worse? Idris spoke in light of the current security situation in the country and the growing concerns about the citizens and the international community in order to provide updates on the effort of the federal government so far. Now, he said, of course, there were recent killings of a high-ranking general, the abduction of students and the church attack and all that. He said, well, as you all are aware, President Tinubu has postponed his international engagements, particularly the G20 meeting in South Africa, to allow him to focus on developments within Nigeria. The president has also directed the military and the police to deploy more men in Eruku and the entire Ekiti local government area of Kwara State. Similarly, he don't talk a lot of things when the president do. And he said, them believe, say, no matter what they happen, there is no targeted genocide of Christians. There is no targeted genocide of Christians. So the federal government still insists, say, there is no genocide of Christians. I mean, it's killing, they happen everywhere. So nobody say it purely targeted at your Christians. Well, let's go back to see how angry Senator Adams Oshimole was over this incident at the floor of the Senate. Then I'll also play you the response of your Senate President while we move on to other
people have turned security to a business. So we should not monetize the death of people by those who are living by appropriating funds in the name of protecting schools. And as we know now, the schools are not protected. What happened to the money? Floor of this Senate and outside this Senate. And even during the electionary campaign. But the size of the Nigerian army is exactly what it was. So my prayer is this.
The additional prayer is that time and time again, we have gone.
Yes.
Urge the Senate time and time again to do what?
No, urge the Nigerian Armed Forces and the Commander-in-Chief to recruit additional 1,000 men into the Nigerian Army so that we have enough men and women in uniform to cover the entire country. And number two, that we probe the amount disbursed in the name of Safe School Program. How much was spent? Who collected the money? What did they do with it? Because now we have seen, Mr. President, as additional prayer, people have turned security to a business. So we should not monetize the death of people by those who are living by appropriating funds in the name of protecting schools. And as we know now, the schools are not protected. What happened to the money?
So your prayer 3?
Yes, sir.
Is that we should urge them to continue by ensuring the recruitment.
To probe what has happened to the money.
No, you had 2 legs. One
sir,
is that
it's a motion of 2 legs. One is to recruit additional 1,000 men and women into the Nigerian army.
You had 2 legs. You had 2 legs. You had 2 legs.
Yes, sir. I have 2 legs, sir. Left and right.
You had 2 legs to your contribution. One is that we should enhance the Safe School program by immediate recruitment of at least 1,000 additional personnel?
No, 100,000.
Or 100,000 additional personnel to ensure the protection of schools.
That is army. Because the chief of army staff said they have 177,000 men. I think we should have at least 100,000 more.
All right, well, you heard Adam Soshimola there. Just to also let you know, they say the Nigerian army don't talk, say, so far, they don't employ about 24,000 new personnel. Yes, new soldiers. So the Chief of Army Staff today, Lieutenant General Waida Shaibu, don't announce plans to recruit and train 24,000 soldiers to boost the operational strength of the Nigerian army amid rising security challenges. Now, this one in an X post Wednesday. Now, according to the report, Shaibu reveals the plan on Wednesday during an operational visit to the 1 division of the Nigerian Army in Kaduna, where he addressed officers ranging from second lieutenants and lieutenant colonels. Now, he said the initiative is part of the Army's strategy to enhance its readiness and expand manpower for deployment across the country. But people are happy, are excited, we're employing more people. But again, people are saying, who are we employing? Because even army officers themselves have had footages and videos of army officers that are complaining. They are expressing worry over fighting with Boko Haram and repentant Boko Haram members. Say, how they go follow people wait when I say they don't repent, they fight. Meanwhile, these people are people who be say when I say they just repent just 6 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and carry them put for inside army. What makes you think that the ideology where be say them gets don't come off for their head? How do you expect them to also have their back in the Nigerian army to protect them? You go put me as a colleague to fight together with somebody who be Boko Haram. That person go to carry intel. See what happened to the general. See what happened to the general. How else did information on the whereabouts of the general leak if it wasn't from a rat inside the house that told the rat in the bush? If it wasn't from that, how did it happen? That's a question where people they ask. So if we're saying we're employing more people, are they really clean and genuine Nigerians? And then this idea of Operation Safe Corridor of employing people where they say they're repentant and all, I think the federal government should revisit that. I feel like, see, President Bola but not be everything you go continue from where Buhari stop. It is some things where you yourself go look yourself, tell yourself, say, no, this one, I'm not going to continue from where Buhari stop. Especially the case of Operation Safe Corridor. We're making a mess and a mockery of ourselves before the world. How can we be employing people where get ideology? One as soon as don't de-radicalize in just 6 months, less than 6 months. How many months they use to radicalize them? Put them for Nigerian army. It's even bad enough that you reintegrate them into the society. That one they bad. They go carry them put for a Nigerian army again. How? We don't even get one single intelligence. Before you go, don't say Jack, they don't leak them. I mean, see, as far back as 2014, when the US military was complaining that they were supposed to have a joint operation with the Nigerian army to rescue Chibok girls. Before they don't even go reach the camp, they notice, say, Boko Haram leak, the information don't leak about the attack. And they immediately knew that it was from our Nigerian army camp. So if this kind of thing they happen as far back as 2014, when we never start this Operation Safe Corridor, imagine the level of complicity we will go get now for Nigerian army. Imagine the level of complicity. If we had moles in the Nigerian army then, imagine the level of complicity we'll have now. And then we still have money to keep employing them into Nigerian army. I don't even know whether we love our army officers. Because a lot of army officers we hear say these people don't wound them. Their fellow colleagues don't wound them because they too on fire or get at bandits will be their brothers. I don't know. What is wrong with us? Well, let's hear what our Senate President had to say for among all these things where they happen. Now, one thing our Senate President get to talk. People don't, they drag them. He said, well, we know say crime, they happen. Things they happen for where? So Nigeria not be the only place. There is no country without its own crime. Well, take a listen.
A lot of people who are going with a sentiment of targeted violence on religious basis should note that a bullet, whether it is stray or direct, has no religious inclination. So for me, it's important for the nation to be safe, irrespective of your religion. So we should work together. Distinguished Senator Tamboa, we should work together to ensure the safety of lives and properties without trying to emphasize on religious connotation. I think that should be the focus of this parliament and the focus of Nigerians. Let me quickly thank distinguished Senator Yaya, our leader, for bringing this issue to the fore and to say that it's really a matter of urgent national importance occurring just yesterday morning. And I do know that I haven't got much details, but I know that this must have been an educational institute that was not limited to one religion. So I'm sure that the place must have been full of both Christians and Muslims. And so a lot of people who are going with a sentiment of targeted violence on religious basis should note that a bullet, whether it is stray or direct, has no religious inclination. So for me, it's important for the nation to be safe, irrespective of your religion. So we should work together. Distinguished Senator Tamboa.
All right, so just to let you know,
we should work together to ensure the safety.
Did I say vice president? Your Senate president said that, but let's move quickly because time is already fast spent. We can move quickly to other conversations. This time around, straight to politics. Oh, before then, I don't tell you, say your vice president also will spare no effort to rescue abducted schoolgirls as in Donland, Kebbi State right now. And the president can assure the parents and say your children will return safe, will ensure safe return of your children. So would they hope say that could happen as fast as possible? Yeah, moving on to other issues. Now, of course, the African Democratic Congress ADC don't want that the Christian genocide narrative in Nigeria previously denied is becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy under the administration. So a lot of people, they're worried about this, especially because the spokesperson of the ADC in Zamfara State person, and now they look like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So are you saying that with the statistics of number of people that have died in Nigeria, you don't think there's a targeted attack on Christians? You still don't think there's a Christian genocide because you've never called it that. You just thought that there is genocide generally, but there is no targeted attempt at Christians. But which number of people they die more? Waiting with the statistics of people who they die more. People they bring records for you, they tell you who they die more. You weigh your own records of people who they die more. That's what people are saying. That's what people are saying. Well, let's move on to the PDP drama. As the Board of Trustees BOT of the People's Democratic Party PDP has condemned the invasion of National Secretariat of the party by expelled members. Now, a statement by the BOT chairman Adolfo Swabara on today, Wednesday, said invasion of party secretariat by expelled elements reaffirms election of new party leadership at Ibadan National Convention. He said the BOT hailed the courage and resilience of the governors, National Working Committee, and all of those. Say, understand, we're not going to let impunity to reign. How can one man come and tell us that we should not have a presidential candidate in a big party as PDP? They went on. In fact, Professor Anthony Kila also said this this morning on Arise Television. Member of the People's Democratic Party, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, president as his candidate, but cannot force the PDP to also president as their candidate. Because telling them not to have a presidential candidate means that they should automatically support Tinubu. Now you want to force, the only condition they give your party now to force your party to support Tinubu. Okay, be coming down now. How can you want to force a political party that the only condition for peace is to force your party, is that your party must, as a matter of must, unless peace no go reign, they must support Tinubu. And nobody sees anything wrong with that. And people don't see them as a matter of, something will be say dangerous for our democracy. Now, in line of this with this conversation, remember, say Turaki, the new PDP chairman, raised alarm when he called on President Donald Trump, he called on the international community, made them come, say democracy, they're under attack. In fact, he said not only Christian genocide, but also democracy, they're under attack for Nigeria. Guess what? Today, before the floor of the House, for House of Representatives, a red member they raised a motion against the PDP chairman, Turaki, That how can he go and be calling on international community to come and help us and all that? Let's take a listen to that.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Section 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria states that clearly states a statement made by a senior citizen of this country and a former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria yesterday, calling on a foreign president and some world leaders to come and intervene in internal political matter of the country. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I consider this statement as very unfortunate and as a threat to the national stability, and that the parliament of this country must show a serious concern. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I come under Order 6, privileges, Mr. Speaker.
Let's be silent, please. Let's be silent, please. Please. Order, please.
Yes, go ahead. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, privileges are the rights enjoyed by the House collectively and by the members of the House individually, conferred by the legislative houses. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Olufemi Ogubanwo. I represent the people of Ijebu-Ode, Odogbolu, Ijebu Northeast Federal Constituency. I'm from the Gateway State, Ogun State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise this morning or afternoon to refer to a statement.
Order, please. BS,
please. Refer to a statement made by a senior citizen of this country and a former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria yesterday, calling on a foreign president and some world leaders to come and intervene in internal political matter of the country. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I consider this statement as very unfortunate and as a threat to the national stability, and that the parliament of this country must show a serious concern. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, under Section 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right.
All right, well, you heard that drama from that speaker representing Ijebu-Ode, way as in talk, and the house, the members, and they're not even want to hear them at all now. So that means some people for inside the House of Rep or your National Assembly no actually see within the gagging or the frustration of opposition political parties as an indictment to democracy, as something we BCV endanger democracy. They don't see them like that. As long as they did for the winning party, as long as they can also join the train, it's not a problem for them. And so was the PDP chairman wrong for calling for help, for seeking for help? Was he wrong to seek for help? Was he wrong to seek for help, to ask that international community and all that join forces to help us fight this menace? To help us talk to the president, since he be say you don't want to do the right thing according to them, say democracy they in danger. Because how do you expect a man who openly how else you describe a situation where a man openly canvasses vote for the president of another way for another party, and in one party, and he they tell your own political party that the only way where I go stop to fight on this my party now, if one agree support that person with another party where they support for presidential election. That's the only way you have peace. And you think that is not dangerous to democracy? Where is the democracy in that? Well, that's it. Let's just move on to Shawari very quickly. And then before I get to Atiku, and waiting Atiku get to tell Tinubu concerning on his mandate when judges stand. Now, You are only focused on land grabbing, borrowing, and stealing. Shawari, don't blast your president, Bola Tinubu. Oh, by the way, Peter Obi also said a few things which I'm also going to cover very quickly for the sake of time. By the phone lines are open, so we can start bringing your calls on, so that we take your calls while we talk about the situations and one by one. So, Omoyele Shawari activists and presidential aspirants don't accuse Bola Tinubu of neglecting nation security while prioritizing personal gains, land grabbing, loans, and using Nyesom Wiki to orchestrate political confusion in preparation for his 2027 ambitions. Now, Shawari made these remarks, of course, on his X handle, stating that Tinubu appears not to even know what's going on in Nigeria, except where there is land to grab, loans to obtain, and steal, and using Nyesom Wiki to cause confusion in preparation for his failed and dead 2027 ambition at this point. Tinubu must go. So he's calling for Tinubu to go. Now, the activist post has drawn wide reactions from Nigerians, many condemning the president's perceived inaction and all that. In fact, at some point, Tinubu must go started trending. People started trending, Tinubu must go. Sheyi Akonde 7 said, we treat cyber offenses and insults against public officials like treason, yet keep inventing excuses for our failure to confront the actual enemies tearing us apart. That's what he said. Now, Nelson Collins says, you lamented that the leadership vacuum, writing, it is a tragedy that Nigerians feel this level of abandonment from the very seat of power. When a nation is drowning in insecurity, hunger, and despair, yet its leader seems more present in battles for land, loans, and political scheming than in suffering of the people. No wound. He said the wound only deepens. In fact, people reacted a lot. This one don't cause a lot of reactions. Nigerians on the call on say President Bola Tinubu resign because of that. Say he be like saying he incompetent, he no fit handle the situation. So that the only option for him is to resign. Tinubu must go. Started trending. Now, Oluwadamilola said, as Dami Speaks, says, what did he say again? He says, it's honestly exhausting watching a government so blind to the suffering of this country. Every day feels like a new scheme. Land grabbing, reckless borrowing, and manufactured chaos. Nothing about it looks or shows leadership or sympathy or empathy. Now, some users, however, defend Tinubu, of course, naturally, his administration, arguing that the president is engaged in stabilizing the economy. So now waiting make them be busy. Now waiting they busy. They do. Really? Okay. Let's go on. Now, yeah, I don't tell you. Say, okay, so the ADC said the African Democratic Congress has strongly condemned what it described as a disturbing and dangerous assault to democracy, allowing the violent attack on the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party. See, for that kind of thing to happen, see, they're very dangerous. In a statement signed today by Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, the ADC accused the Tinubu administration of employing violence in its bid to take control of another political party. Well, let's move on to what Atiku had to say. Now, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has condemned the playing of President Bola Tinubu's campaign anthem on Your Mandate at the opening of the 2025 All Nigeria's Judges Conference. Now, he described the incident as an assault on national dignity and a proof of what he called the administration's capture of states institutions. That is, say, Tinubu don't capture state institutions. Because how else would you describe that the president spoke so well for inside that event? Then at the same time, after speaking so well, this kind of thing still happen. Now, in a statement today, Wednesday, Atiku said he initially dismissed the clip, which aired, of course, on China television as fake until it was confirmed to be authentic. Now, he said, what I saw was nothing short of an assault on our national integrity and our national dignity, he said, adding that President Tinubu allowed his personal political anthem to replace the national anthem at the end of the Chief Justice's address. Atiku criticized the presidency and the office of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudrat Kekereekun, for failing to offer any explanation till now. He said, I waited for an explanation from the presidency or the office of the CJN. Silence, total deafening silence, he stated. Now, the former vice president said the incident fits into what he described as Tinubu's administration's systematic weakening of democratic institutions. The Tinubu-led APC government has consistently pursued a systematic capture of state institutions, crushing opposition voices and steering Nigeria towards a de facto one-party systematic engage. She argued that the playing of the tune at a judicial gathering undermined President Tinubu's own remarks at the event on protecting judicial integrity. So I'm sorry, I couldn't play you what President Tinubu said in that. He spoke so well during that event. When he spoke about, make no undermine the integrity of our judiciary is supposed to be good. Da, 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 da. In fact, make I play you the footage again, this time as captured by Paul Ibe, Article Media Person.
I thank you all for your kind attention.
All right,
Judges Conference. I thank you all for your kind attention.
All right, so there you have it. All Judges Conference. Now, in case you know, judges now people will be so revered and so respected. So respected and so revered. They not even they get the kind of social life in you they get to, because they're not supposed to see them join body for anything we get to do with Mago Mago. So you can imagine judges all standing up, not to the national anthem, but to one man's campaign song. Imagine that happening. Imagine that happening. What that means. Now, this they happen at a time when people don't talk, say, oh, our judiciary don't die, oh, judiciary don't do this, judiciary don't do. So imagine with the cry of the crippling of judiciary and all that, and then this thing can't happen. People they cry, say, oh, judiciary is doing this, is doing that. And then this kind of thing they happen at a time like this. At a time like this. Now this kind of thing they happen. And so far, no excuse. I mean, if I were the judiciary, I should at least give an explanation. Oh, it was a mistake. Oh, we didn't realize. Oh, we're carried away by the moment. There should be an explanation, something to at least make people get a bit, feel somehow a bit. But not to keep quiet like, to hell with you guys. We did what we did, and so what? That's exactly what their silence they like. And I'm waiting make Atiku Abubakar, they complain about their silence. They complain about their deafening silence. The presidency, of course, they silent about them. They don't see anything wrong with them. Then tell me, say tomorrow night you go carry case, go that same court against the same president. You go come winner. I won't take winner when they stand on the mandates. Which court for Nigeria where the judge did for that conference we stand up? When they had all judges conference, which court for Nigeria where you go carry case go? When the person don't already stand for mandate, where you go win that case? That's the question. That's what people are saying. That's exactly it. Well, phone lines are open still. Let's quickly see if we can take your calls and reactions to the conversation. 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call. Or you follow the link with it by the pinned post. That link will bring you straight into the studio to join the conversation. If you follow this link, is already highlighted, and you also pinned for the comment section is highlighted here. The link will bring you straight into the studio. Or better still, you call 0817-029-4077. That is the number to call. If the link isn't working, please kindly let me know. All right, so let's move on to other issues very, very quickly. Did I tell you that the Nigerian army has dismissed 4 soldiers fighting Boko Haram insurgents in the northeast part of the country? Now, the frontline soldiers are Mukaila Mutari and Issa Emmanuel. So also dismissed by army, including Kolomo Alex and Ibrahim Musa. I wouldn't give the service numbers because it's very unnecessary. Pictures of the dismissed personnel wearing their desert camouflage uniforms were obtained, and then published. So in military, a standing order is a general instruction or prescribed procedure that remains in effect permanently or until it is specifically cancelled or changed. It can also be directive or instruction issued by a superior officer that remains in force until it is cancelled or nullified. So why they go change the order? So it is not clear yet the standing order flouted by the 4 personnel, which led to their dismissal on Monday. The dismissal of the 4 soldiers also happened on the same day an army commander, Brigadier General Musa Oba, was killed. So that's it. So let's get straight to other issues very quickly. So talking about your Nigerian politicians now. So the President Bola Tinubu and led Nigerian government don't call on Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors to respect the laws of the country and immediately suspend its ongoing nationwide strike. See, look, I need the respect rule of law. People should respect the law of your country now. Suspend your strike. Now the government insisted that the administration had already met nearly all the demands presented by the union. In a statement issued today Wednesday and signed by the head of press and public relations of the Ministry of Labor, Employment and Anna Daniel, the government said it had resolved 19 out of 20 demands listed by NARD. According to the statement, the Minister of Labor and Employment, Dr. Mohammed Maigari Dingyadi, in Abuja, told the striking doctors to respect Nigeria's labor regulations and international conventions. The federal government has enjoined the Nigerian Association of Medical Doctors to suspend its ongoing strike and, of course, obey the laws and stats. Now, the minister called on NAD to respect the country and resume their work. But NAD, the talk say, on never still come. Remember, NAD embarked on nationwide strike, I think, in early November 2025, citing unresolved issues related to remuneration, welfare, and working conditions. The association has long complained of stagnant wages, unpaid arrears, and the chronic underfunding of federal hospitals. So when I don't fund federal hospitals now, as I said, they don't meet most of the demand. Previous negotiations between government and NAD, especially during the prolonged strike of 2021 and 2023, yielded agreements that were not fully implemented till date, fueling distrust. So maybe that waiting make the talk say until I meet most of our demand, we need to go anywhere. Okay. So they also demanded full payment of medical residency training fund, and the reversal of disengagement letters issued to some of their members in Kogi State. The strike has stretched public hospitals nationwide as residents, doctors constitute the bulk of Nigeria's clinical workforce so far. And they go on. And just before we go, that story about waiting get to do with the jail term or sentence we didn't give to people where they cause all this mayhem. Nigerians have been reacting to it as a federal high court in Abuja has sentenced the notorious commander of the Islamic State West African province, ISWAP, Husseina Ismaila, to 20 years only in prison after he pleaded guilty to multiple terrorism charges filed by the Department of State Services. He plead guilty. They give him 20 years. We they wait tomorrow. We'll see what they go do now. They can. That's not tomorrow. So Justice Emeka Nwite delivered the judgment, and then, he delivered it. I thought I've told you good. If you're calling, please go ahead and call. Let's talk. Justice Emeka Nwite delivered the judgment. Let's really talk to Tony Chikudi, and we'll get back to finish the story. Hello, good evening, and welcome, Oga Tony Chikudi.
Precious.
Sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I just get one question. This Nigeria, the whole thing. I don't know whether some people they get this thing. Sometimes this thing they just give person person think that country go dey good.
It go dey good now. You know, see I say it go dey good. Eh?
Oh God. How you go there? Just because you see, in anything what person they do, yeah, like that the one where this thing where you post during the day, the other woman they ask them, what is the master plan? Yes, they not get any. Before person they start something, sometimes you need to draw your plan. You need to know what just as that country there, what be the plan.
So now waiting make people don't they trend that matter now again. Say it now they obvious to people saying truly not get plan for us.
Yeah, she been in the South Africa where they saying travel again.
No, he's saying don't suspend the trip.
Oh, okay, good luck. So, but as that country, see, all of them were there for the house, for the upper house there. And if I listen them, any day while I listen to them, I don't always get headache. They you know, say like person where they watch match, the team when support that thing can lose. That type of angry go just there within me for.
Sorry.
I didn't get things why I know they listen. So see as that old woman for that church.
I'm telling you, that mama.
That old woman just the struggle to
I'm
run.
telling you, that made me teary, honestly.
I just now for you know that thing when you post because I just listen to the news. The one where I go see the like didn't get one why I saw. I don't know who posted for one of the platform where I belong. How these people just take gun, smash people their head.
Yeah. They smashed them one, but that wasn't in Nigeria. I think it was in Congo. That wasn't a Nigerian incident, and that was I think in 2021. It wasn't a recent event. You know,
and the person finished.
Then plenty of allow. That's all now.
There are some when I listen to some of the English Aisha Yusuf, English something when you read for Quran. You ask yourself, so these people where they do all this and they get this verse not there for their own Quran.
It's unfortunate, very, very unfortunate.
Just they push people. Okay, the police. You just look at the whole thing. The police were there. They didn't support them. They used tear gas.
Yes, that's what they said. That's what they said. Sir, sorry.
No, the thing just the best me since today. I don't even know why I can't watch that.
And the video, notice I not even play them full. Though. I not play them full because of YouTube policies. So not just a small side of people's videos. Else they fit suspend my platform.
When we start to talk about manners, when we start to talk about manners, there are some what is it called code of conduct and some principles. Now look at that Senate woman. Now I think that was the Senate House or the lower house. The one that you just and now was there just chewing gum.
That didn't pay me well. Now what make me highlight them? That's why I highlighted it. You can imagine.
So they don't have manner.
I'm a woman. I'm a woman in that kind of serious conversation.
Like a dog that is trying to chew a bone.
For serious conversation, we get to do with women. When are you supposed to talk about themselves? Now you supposed to be that passionate. I beg you, Gatoni Chukudi, no verse. Good night. Make up take another call. I know one verse.
Maybe you're not going to sit down that one talk. Say this place is
not. No, she be APC. She be APC.
Oh, okay.
All right, now. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good night.
Thank you. Good night, sir. Good night. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good evening. This is Roland from Italy.
You're welcome, Mr. Roland. Welcome.
Okay.
Sir?
I just want to thank you for the good work you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
The truth is that this our country, when you keep hearing what they happen for this country, me myself, most of us are outside the country. I tell you the truth. Folk come up the grammar for inside this whole thing. Here they catch us when they vote what they happen. Here they catch us. How? Which country in the world? When you say bandit, terrorists, when they carry gun, they waka. Because this city, I don't see one that Reverend Father, when he gets taken for the devil, when he say they protect himself, they arrest that they possess illegal.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead, sir.
We can't wait for when we say our ability to not get. Sorry, I'm on the highway. leaders from the north, they don't come and to talk, they know where the people dey. They know their hideout. They know them. So when they prevent the government, but you know one thing when they pay me is that if they pay me for the innocent people when they say every time condolence, we condemn them. They condemn, just condemn. Even me myself, I did fear how I want to work out for the country. If I go, who I want trust? Is that when you carry me? I mean, anybody I carry the same fight with. Now, just look at the way they did the massacre people. When they talk of Christians, Muslims, yes, they don't genocide them for Christians. Even the Muslims, they kill them. But the question is, who will be these people when they kill the Muslims? Is it not see the Muslims? Is it not see them? So when they watch all these 14, that was my head, the boy. Okay, talking about the judiciary when you talk just now. Now, the judiciary, they want to seek national items. They think on your mind. And now I'm in Nigeria national item. So tell me who will work against the president? As the CJ and Abina, the former CJ, we see what happened. Now this one, I want to work against them. Abina, the other judges, when we say we cannot use that for. You know, they say we can't do anyhow because it's obvious that is for judges. So tell me, which judge now go come? Why is we get when it's obvious that is for them? Tell me. Yeah, see, Nigeria court when they say you go court, you will see noise everywhere. See, precious.
Sir.
I don't like I don't go to court many times for here. For Italy when I did, I don't go court there. I don't face many things. If you reach court, there you not fit talk. Where you sit down, there you sit down. You no noise, but Nigeria courts now marketplace. So I wonder the kind of thing when we say how the country wants to go that even the people when we say that they lead us, now them be the evil, now them be the criminal one we get. Now we don't go when they carry the now those of us there for executive office. Now then they fund all this back because if not be them, why would this be there? My sister, tell me, if you sleep now, you feel they sleep comfortable for your house.
Now who they sleep comfortable? If you think say you they sleep comfortable, you know get family members who you go to fear for their life too, and that one go to worry you for sleep.
Okay. Now because why all these things happen? Tell me, any of these senators, governors, any of their if those 25 years where they kidnap Bena, one of their relatives' daughter, you think say this matter goes in the medical? No. Now because nothing concerns them, they just like to. Why did I ask myself question? Why Nigeria politicians, our leaders, like to pay condolence visit? Why they not stop that thing instead of paying condolence visit? They call they spend money. And the other day when air fight up there and Kaduna governor say he pays some money to Bandit. They deny him. But last your women come clarify and say yes. Truth is that now Kaduna governor they appease them. So why will you be giving money to people when they kill you? And the money of Dr. Kemi, all the governors, all of them, they have their own agenda. They are so complete. Most of them.
Thank you. Your network the warrior today road, sir. Thank you. Make I let you go. Your network the disturb as today road there. But I appreciate you. You don't make your points. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking out. Thank you. All right, make I go talk to a person. Ogati Danjuma, welcome, sir. Good evening. So make I just quickly finish that story as Justice Emeka Nwite concerning the matter we get to do with the bandits guy. So bottom line, then cool down hand person will be saying an ISWAP commander only 20 years in prison. 20 years, then they give him. That's approximately he'll be doing 10 years. So, this person will plead guilty of being involved for different attacks, different terrorism attacks for 2017, 2013, different terrorism attacks. Yet they give him only 20 years in prison. What else can I say? T.Y. Danjuma, let me yield the floor to you.
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening. I'm sorry, the Oga they call back again. Oga, you did road, so your network they break. Now make us say, make a kukuma let you to concentrate.
It's all right, no problem.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Bye, sir. All right, go ahead, T.Y. Danjuma.
Precious, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Nigerian news, the
my mental health is drained. My mental health is drained.
And I don't know. I don't understand. The question that you ask is, where's the government? Where's the commander in chief? Thank God that he decided to cancel his trip to South Africa.
Well,
and the reason, because there is really nothing for him to go and do there. There's nobody to meet. There's nothing
because
going to
international
achieve.
community go to watch about how this thing will happen. You know, say I did Nigeria. No vex, make I just hold you on. Make I just keep you on hold, sir, to this person. No vex, sir. Permission. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Good evening, sir. I see you've been trying to reach us. Welcome, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Canada.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I know I called some weeks ago. I said something that the foreign minister is going to expose Nigeria in press Morgan's shows or whatever. Actually, it's not disgrace. I know we talked about that
yesterday. Yes, sir.
So I think the video is out. You saw the disgrace.
Did you not watch the show yesterday? Go and watch yesterday's show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I wasn't.
We dissected it yesterday, so go and watch the live show yesterday.
Yeah, okay, very good. You saw the disgrace, how he exposed Nigeria to the world more and more. Tactics they use, the same tactics they tried to use. They thought they were silencing the Nigerian silence. He thought he forgot that it was an international community. This is an international media. You can't silence the way you silence the Nigerians. So that's for that. As for the president, the same energy he put in imposing tax on poor Nigerians, the Nigerians who haven't provided jobs for, the Nigerians who didn't provide anything for, the same energy you use in imposing tax on them. Why did you not use that same energy to impose, to sort out the insecurity in the country? Because that's the question. Because he should have put that same energy. Because I think the way they were going back and forth when it comes to the issue of tax. Right? When it came to the issue of tax, you could use that same energy then and tackle this insecurity. So you could see the truth of the matter is, like I always say, the country in Nigeria has got no leader. There is no leaders at the moment. That country has no leader at the moment. The country is just there. You can see the judges. Even the houses, they say they are bidding for the judges. It's not their money. That money belongs to Nigerians. The judges themselves should know that the houses, those things they are benefiting from belongs to Nigerians. Technically, Nigerians are the one giving it to them, not the president, not even the minister of the FCT minister or whatever, not those people. They should have that in the back of their mind that Nigerians are the one who gave them those benefits they are getting, and their duty, their loyalty should be for Nigerians, not these politicians that are disgracing themselves.
Okay, sir.
So that's it. That's my contribution for now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. See, we're so sorry, sir. All right, Nigeria. If you never follow us on people, kindly make sure you click on the subscription button, like and share this post now. Make more people see them. Like it, share it. You know they pay money. You know they buy fear for your hand to use like a. I don't know. I got to see whether they buy fear for hand to use like and share. So subscribe because no money for subscription. So kindly subscribe. It is free. Like and share for free only. That's all I ask. So go ahead, sir.
Yes, you see, you played a video, an old video of Hajia, what's in her name?
Hajatu.
Najatu. We don't talk. I remember that time. That was when the president, when he was campaigning, and he invited him to UK to come and meet him in a hotel. And so they could talk. He was trying to recruit the lady, and the lady asked that question. And he told him, yeah, plainly, point blank, say, no, you don't have anything. In fact, that he was even sleeping half of the time. And he told him that, you don't have anything. You don't have any plan. You don't have any plan for the North. You don't have any plan to fight insecurity. I'm not going to support you. That's an old video. And that's what is playing out, today. If you look, even the man say he wants to follow the footsteps of Buhari, which is exactly what he's doing. So he made a promise that he's following. But I suspect, say, part of the reason why fit go to South Africa, they say, if you go there, nobody go. They go just looking like a leper because nobody wants to touch him. Nobody wants to. So he's not going to achieve anything. And the second thing is that, you see, in the meeting, the UN meeting that was held yesterday, where Nicki Minaj spoke and called for global action, the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Michael Watts, said this, and I quote: genocide, talking about killing of Christians in Nigeria, I say genocide. He called it genocide wearing the mask of chaos. This is quote and unquote. That's the representative.
Not just chaos or unrest, but na genocide they do.
Yeah, genocide, yes. Whether they just fighting.
If people don't study all these tactics now, no break. Sitting will be our defense line.
Nothing. You have no defense. And then you have another guy, Felinga Jean, the chairman of Austria Committee for NATO Enlargement for Australia, Ukraine, Kosovo, Bosnia, and EU, calls for foreign military intervention in Nigeria and the liberation of Biafra. That's what he called for.
I saw that. That guy, that guy, pro Biafra guy right from China. Person will be saying.
Then, if you add the PDP chieftain, where they criticize, so where they call make America come quick, that he wants the guns to come ablazing. You see that the president, the option that the president has, don't they narrow? These are very, very difficult and trying times for Nigeria. All the lobbying is not working. Every day, these people are emboldened because the president doesn't know what to do. All this grandstanding is not helping.
He doesn't.
When you grandstand, they show you. I mean, look at in the past 48, 72 hours. Just look at the killing everywhere. The church, the Kempi, the Brigadier, the Kwara. And it's like you wake up every day and there's something, people have been killed. Nothing. With reckless abandon.
I'm telling you. So for me, it is the way people are very easy to move on, even with the killings. And the way policy, see as I vex with that woman when Abdulnigi they talk, it just they move on, they talk. Well, no vex, make I quickly pick this call. It's the nonchalance over lives. Like it doesn't matter. Hey, this one don't go more lives.
It doesn't matter.
Some of my guests they not talk. I say we too plenty, so they just want more just they die, more reduce more. We too many. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello. Daniel, you're muted. Can you hear me, Daniel? You're muted if you can hear me. Good evening.
Good evening, I can hear you.
Welcome. All right, make it quick, please. I had to put Ogatiwe on hold to talk to you. So go ahead.
The whole thing that is happening in Nigeria now is even more chaotic. I bet you if somebody like Tinubu maybe can go to the future in 5 years' time to look at Nigeria and to see Nigeria to take a better decision now. The only way in which this country can gain its sanity again is either we become a confederation state or they just divide the country. Or they make 2 or let me say 3 major steps. Try as much as possible to make sure that, okay, the Minister of Defense is checked, Nuhu Ribadu too is checked, the issue of the coup is being made public for the whole country to know, and the reasons why they are saying that these people plot coup. What are their reasons? What are the evidence that these people have that if they would have taken power, they would have made an announcement to leak out the list of those sponsoring terrorism
either within even the military, and all these things will be exposed. How can a brigadier general died and the country just moved on as if nothing happened? Somebody that have about 4,000 soldiers in his command.
How demoralizing that could be to the soldiers, even that another talk entirely. Because on their own, they'll feel defeated. They'll feel defeated.
Didn't you see the one that happened in KB today?
Yeah, where they went to try to release the girls and they scattered them. Now run, come back. I can't play this. I can't play.
The whole thing is that these people have more information about the Nigerian military than even some of the other ranks in the Nigerian military. If Tinubu want to even stop this crisis, the only level in which is not, even now, they have even spoiled it, because even in Mafa the other day, imagine a repentant Boko Haram commander was challenging a lieutenant and telling him, what do you know about war? What do you know about war? Blazing his shoulder with his gun and everything. Just because of what? He has people in high places. I'm telling you, if you know the secret about Nigeria, you just even be confused.
So just like Dr. Kash said, by the way, Dr. Kash joins us tomorrow again, and I would really love to hear his input on all of this. Just like I said before, Tinubu just has one job right now, to prove to the world and to us that he's not complicit in this thing that's happening. We know, say the thing no start with him. He has one job. He just has one job to do his, I don't want to use a curse word, job. Just make sure, say, you can see, you know, they had for him to stop this whole rubbish about Operation Safe Corridor, first of all, because it's clearly not working. And then you look, I'm not talking, say every Fulani they bad. Some Fulani they work with and feel they good. But you look at the ones that wait for your government, then they say, look, if you don't do the needful, it is time for us to rescue this nation. What is your problem? This is what we have to do. If you don't do the needful, please feel free to leave my government. And then to inside the Nigerian army, you purge. Who told you you can't purge the Nigerian army? I mean, those people are not much in population. What are you talking about now? They're not plenty for population. So it's not hard for us to purge, sack all of them, no matter their rank, sack all of them, mass sack. If the president wants to sanitize the place, he can. But just like Nahaja Tuame said, he said they will kill him. Shebi heard what she said, not me talking. She said, he said that if he wants to do the right thing, they will kill him. So that means Nigerians rather keep dying because you want to be president. And that, you see, that may make whenever Peter Obi come talk, saying won't do one thing, people they abuse them. I go just I don't know anything. The only person that can correct the head of this country, that person will not be politically ambitious. We go just won't come do one thing, go. Use that one time, sanitize, do all the work we won't do. People will go shout, go they shout. Jonathan realized himself before the election and started doing the right thing. They were shouting, he's killing our people, killing our people. But you could see there was a little level of sanity before he left.
Precious, you know what? Let me tell you one thing that I know.
Okay.
This government cannot solve this problem. In some countries, places where
just say that this government is too ambitious to solve this problem.
No, it can't. It's not. It can't.
Why?
It cannot.
Why?
Listen, look at that. No, listen, it can't. You see, there are so many odds against this government. One, you didn't win election. Two, the people will put you. And three, you are fighting people who belong to the same faith with you. Four, and this is very, very important, is the fact that there is a state capture. In some countries, when I know, this government, they don't sack them. The entire government don't be sacked. Because they don't have a constitutional right anymore to pretend over the people.
You don't understand me. So so the president will rather keep capturing all the institutions to himself rather than save and secure the lives of the people. That's the point you're making.
Yeah, but that's the only way where there's future
that judges will now go and sing your anthem,
which is terrible, unfortunately.
The anthem.
The level, another arm of government was supposed to check them. They kowtow to executive. The same thing with legislature. Nigeria is finished. So because with the structures are, in fact, they have been totally decimated.
So you didn't hear my point. The point I'm trying to make is that we need somebody we know they politically ambitious. We go just won't come, use that time when you get. Say, I won't just, even if not 2 years, I get. Make I show, say something if it happen within 2 years. And maybe that's why people who speak out that loud, they will never let them to be president. Because you see, they're enjoying the system as it is. And in this system, you know, could benefit them.
You know my panacea.
No.
My panacea. That may be an extreme recommendation. You see, you need to sack the parliament. You need to sack them. You need to sack the executive. That's all. And then you can deal with the judiciary. Because that's easy. You know the list of them where don't they do all these shenanigan machinations. You just retire them. You can, those way you go dismiss, you dismiss them. Because you have to start, where are you going to start from? You have to clean out this executive totally. Because there's nothing they can do. They can't do anything. They're compromised. You have to take them out. Take the legislature out. They are totally compromised. They can't do anything. Then you take time to rebuild, to begin to rebuild again, rebuild the judiciary, you know, just like Obasanjo did with the army. You begin to, you know, retire those who you go retire and clean up the system. And see how far you can go. You need someone who has the willpower. You need someone who is ready to damn the consequences. You need someone not like the man who says he doesn't want to die, they'll kill me. You need someone who is ready to just go there and do the job and clean up the system so Nigerian can move forward. Because it's like a cancer that has eaten very deep into the fabric of Nigerian society. You need a surgery. If you otherwise, Nigeria is going to die. You need a surgery, and you know when you do surgery, blood will be shed, so that healing can come. Because the way it's happening, I mean, look at the Kebbi thing. Insurgents came in over about 100 bikes, motorbikes. They took cattle. They carry cattle. They go carry 25 people. They go.
No,
nobody came.
Increase, oh.
Nobody came. Nobody came. The military were there, a few of them were outnumbered from what we heard. I mean, a representative, you know, a congressperson for who they represent that area, and they talk. They were outnumbered.
So okay. the question, Nana, say, I'm Daniel, sorry, I'm keeping you waiting. Now the question I say, the army officers will go today to rescue them. How did the bandits get information, intelligence?
Of course, you know. There are so many issues about the general. What happened to the general?
The president is sleeping on this. I'm sorry, President Tinubu.
What happened to the general? What happened? We don't know. First of all,
they fight themselves.
First of all, the military tell you say he has returned back.
Stop the image. You destroy the image of the president. If not me when don't say my name no kukuma good for whistle before. I go kukuma do everything what I go fit do. Mona cost me all on I want. I will finish all the work I want to do. President Tinubu, I think you should shake. Make it just keep your ambition one corner. Use the remaining 1.5 years where remain for him. Finish work. Forget about ambition because the only thing they have on him is ambition. That's the only thing they have on him.
Precious. If not the place where they run politics the way it's supposed to run, where they run government, now impeachment not supposed to don't happen. They go impeach number 1, impeach number 2, impeach number 3. You have to clean. You have to clean. I mean, can you imagine what is happening? Every day people are killed, not even like chicken. Every day people are. You can't run. Pressure just I don't know the English word to use. That people would. You can't sleep in your house.
Make I let Daniel wrap up so that I go free. Daniel, please.
Oh Lord. Daniel, continue.
The whole thing is that Tinubu is even afraid to touch the structure of the Sala. That structure has been there since 1999.
Then he never ready now.
And that same structure is always there, either as minister, they always try to be around the minister, corridor of Minister of Defense, or in the NSA.
And then he know too, and he ready to work. You see, for all like
always try to be the minister of FCT. These 3 major structures, they don't joke with it.
I know. So, but the thing is, how can anybody who who claimed to have the best interest of Nigerians, still know all of this and still, oblige and do their, their deeds. How can that means you don't even like Nigerians in the first place? Because if you truly have a sincerity of purpose to serving Nigerians, you won't do that.
Hello.
Oh yeah, kindly wrap up, please, so that I can free TY and take other calls. Go ahead, please.
The whole thing is this. The whole thing is this. When Atahiru wanted to release the list, Buhari is very, very much aware that his name is among. Brutai know what is going on about some of the illegal things he did in Brutai, which is the local government in Bola State. Then the Sultan of Sokoto knows his own position in all these things that are happening, even around Shegumi and all these people. They know what they are doing with the Izala movement, even right from Sokoto, that mosque at close to Emia Yaya. They know what they are doing there. But the whole thing is that this whole information is there. But who is there in the government that can take this up? When the whole corridor of the Minister of Defense, even Christopher Musa could not do anything. When he want to do anything, he bombed anywhere or he get an intelligence before, they'll tell you withdraw your soldiers. There's no.
All right, good night, my brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night. Oga TY, I beg, kindly wrap up, make I take Oga Edwin call, or maybe I could just bring Oga Edwin enter the house.
Yeah, I could leave soon. But the point is that, like I said, there's nothing, absolutely nothing that this government can do. Nothing. So there's nothing they can do. Even to say that, okay, let us work with foreign partners. No, the foreign partners cannot work with them because there's no trust. You can't trust this government. There is a bunch of liars, incompetent people, and fifth columns where they were going to sabotage you and so on. You don't work with them. You can work with them. That is the truth. And you just need a storm to just clear them away. Because this is gone. I don't know the English word I use again. It's just gone beyond, careful. This is totally. This is not a country anymore. This is an animal farm. No, that's what it is. Where life is brutish, don't mean anything to anybody. It's a state of nature. Why would they so? It's unfortunate. Let me leave. My brother, I greet you, Joe. I go. It's I don't tire. Honestly.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Go ahead. Good evening, Oga Edwin. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Good evening, my sister. How are you?
We did.
Yeah.
Make I just 1 minute. Make I talk to Oga Tony.
Okay.
Good evening, Oga Tony from Chicago. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
You go do sharp because I put person on hold to talk to you.
Very sharp like you do.
Go ahead, sir. Welcome. Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
You see, our problem there is that Nigeria is a failed state.
Yeah.
Nobody, even Trump, because I'm president today, cannot stop what is going on. You know why I say that?
Why?
During good luck, he said it that Boko Haram is in his government. And you see the tactics that is it now. If you are going to fight them, they release the information. So how do you think you can fight those people? One person, Tinubu or even if you bring a chief of administration, you go with people and they will information go. They will get information too. That's the problem we are facing right now. Look at the tactics they are using. These are not they develop, releasing information ahead. That's what I said. It's going to be the first state we are facing now. In fact, I don't know how we can survive it.
So we're just helpless like this.
Look at it. Look at what's happening. When you want to go and fight them, you plan everything. Even if you are 5 in numbers, you must go with people. You must go with the squad. You don't know who among the squad that will leave information to them. That's why they know what they are doing. It was a planned deal. That's why when they got them and they put them back to the system. Now that's what they are in the system right now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, what are you doing? Continue, sir.
Yeah, my sister Precious. Good evening. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I will not do very well, but I did manage. I know they
Yeah,
work.
my sister. Just take care of yourself, my sister. You know. You
Thank
know, as I have always said, you know, the genesis of our problem in Nigeria, now the faulty foundation when Nigeria take come into existence. No other thing. You know, the genesis of our problem today, it is the wish of the call not to Islamize Nigeria. That is the bottom line of all our problems today. Now, the intention of these people is to turn the entire land, the geographical entity called Nigeria, into an Islamic nation. That is just the bottom line. We can talk from now till the kingdom come, like as I always said. We can go left, go right, and every otherwise. Tell me how an entire security structure or network will be compromised to serve a purpose. Now, what is the purpose of the security network being compromised? To be leaking information to ragtag soldiers who are just preaching hatred and then the decimation of a particular group of people or religious sect, just to make sure they enthrone theirs. You know, what do you think is the purpose? Even what is his name? Bello said it, that until they dip the Quran into the ocean, they will never rest. And that is just the core aim of these people. So when that country was founded, if, for instance, it stood the way the structure was as at 1966, we won't be where we are today. Because we had almost independent regions developing at their own pace. The North, the West, the South, and the East. And then the Midwest later. The Midwest region. Just these four regions, they were all developing like that. So, but since Nigeria went into that brutal civil war, what Ojukwu said then that is now happening, that is where we are. So my solution to all the problems we're having, if you go to my Facebook timeline, I pinned it there. And I did that thing there in 2017. It's there on my Facebook timeline. I pinned it there. I said, not until we restructure Nigeria. The constitution we have is not working, and it will never work. But until we revisit that constitution, go back to the drawing board, we all sit as a group of people, because Nigeria is just a group of nations. We are not a country, just a group of nations. We have the Chekri, Ijaw nation, the Yoruba nation, different nations. We have to sit down and we have to come into agreement how we are going to live peacefully together, almost independent of each other. Then the federal, we should have a weakened federal structure. That was what was clamored by a majority of the politicians in the southwest region of Nigeria. Tinubu, so-called Tinubu, inclusive. I know I've always told you, Tinubu has never been a Democrat. He wasn't. He is not, and he will never be a Democrat. If we don't do that, we are talking about the capture of the judiciary, the legislature, and what again? The executive capturing all of them. What group of people constitutes all these other parts of layer or level of governance? It's not the same group of people. Are we all not Nigerians? Tell me what we are going to change. You change the chief of army staff, the same thing. You go and elect politicians. Is it these separate politicians? What purpose will they serve? When Obasanjo came in, if Obasanjo had taken to the guidelines of the G34 that even funded PDP, the platform, their goals then, and put Nigeria on a very strong, sound political and economic footing, we wouldn't have been where we are today. For instance, if the INEC had been independent, the judiciary and the legislature, if these other arms of government had been independent of the executive, having their own funding, having their own layers of governance, everything, one will be able to checkmate the other. Like the legislature now, if the presidency is misbehaving, legislature is there to checkmate. What are they doing now? They will tell president, bring anything, we'll pass it for you. Judiciary is captured. Can you imagine in a country where the what is it called, political item of a city president is being played? in a sitting of the judiciary, a sitting of those who are supposed to give judgment or preside over cases that might emanate from maybe this group of people. Tell me what kind of judiciary is that? You know, so like what I'm saying in effect is this, Precious. Let me not take our time and waste our time. Now the constitutional review that is being done now is just, like as I said, it's just mere waste of money and resources and everything. We have to go into a referendum. Let us sit down, redraft the constitution, resubmit it, and every one of us to partake in it. Nigerian people to agree that we, not as it is, not that constitution written by Professor Awa Yadudu and given to Abubakar. No, that is not the Nigerian. We did not draft that constitution until we go back. For instance, if they know that my state, Delta, though every other state of Nigeria, we will just become constituent parts of the federation. Everybody develop at his or her pace. Nobody will be fighting to be at the center. I'm not sure this point in the north will be Buhari would have had the intention to go and bring Fulanis from everywhere. Like as I've always said, they brought in Fulani now. No, I have been, at least people can now know exactly where the truth lies. When I've been hammering it, I've been saying it. They brought in these Moridas, these so-called bandits. They are not bandits. They are jihadists. That is just the name. We call them bandits. No. They are all jihad. Whether it's ISWAP or Boko Haram, they have the same agenda. The agenda is to exterminate all other non-believers, apart from Muslims, and Islamize Nigeria. And they are being funded by big foreign powers like Saudi Arabia, Iran, all those people. They all have their tentacles in all those Islamic jihadists fighting in Nigeria as of today. Whether they came from the Sahel or not, is the same agenda. The Muslim man in Nigeria wants the Christians and all other non-believers. They call us infidels. They want us all annihilated. They took over the land. It becomes the Islamic Republic of Nigeria. That's what these people want, and that is what is happening. So we can't be bending it left, right, and be calling it any other name. Tinubu and his gang, all the people, they can say whatever they want. The National Assembly, the judiciary, every one of them. You know, the complicity is overwhelming, is deafening. So there is nothing that is going to bring Nigeria aright other than us going back to the constitution, revisiting the constitution, writing it again. Other than that, something is going to give. You know, I told you, something will give, but I don't know what it is. Otherwise, we are at the precipice, and the way we are going, it will knock one day, and it's going to be bloody if care is not taken. From what is happening now, from what is on ground. So if we don't review, if we only this very thing I've told you now is going to save Nigeria, we go back to the constitution. Everybody, Kano State, just go for your own resources, internally generated revenue, take care of yourself, pay tax to the center. Lagos State, pay tax to the center. Akwa Ibom, Delta, everybody, we all become just like the United States, because we took our federal republic, the constitution, from them. So go to the US and see what is happening. Even here in the UK, the Welsh have their own assembly. Scotland have their own assembly. England have their own assembly, but they are called the United Kingdom. Northern Ireland, they have their own. They sit, they have their own parliament, but they come together and they are all named United Kingdom. We, the UK Parliament, cannot go and preside over what is happening in Scotland. If I live in Scotland, my health service is different from what is obtained here in England. Or if I live in Wales, if I live in Cardiff now, which is in Wales, it's different. So it is in the US. You can't be in Michigan now, and then the same law is operated in Florida. No, it differs from what is obtained in California, or in Oregon, or in New Jersey. These are states, they are called the United States of America. But if you go there, they have their own Supreme Court. They have their own district courts. Then we have the federal federal legislature, the senators, they are there. But each of these states, they have their own senators. Each of the states. And they have the state assemblies. That is how a federal republic operates. But in Nigeria, the presidency, everybody kowtows to whatever Tinubu wants. And everybody now defends to APC because they don't want result written. Do you have INEC in UK? Do we have INEC in US? But in Nigeria, we have INEC, where a man who is going to participate in that election appoints the man. It's like I'm the manager of a football team and I appoint the referee. Go and officiate between my team and another team. That's what is happening in Nigeria. So we are just on point zero. Not until we go back to that constitution, revisit. That is the only thing that will save Nigeria. Other than that, Nigeria will collapse one day. But the circumstances, the conditions under which it will collapse and how it will come about is going to be bloody. From what I'm seeing so far, unless we have to change tracks, go back to the constitution, that is the only solution. There is nothing we are going to do. We can't go there and be review the constitution in bits and parts. We just put one clause, one sentence, and we think we are amending the constitution. We are wasting time, because what is happening in Nigeria is that there is too much religious and ethnic complicity in the scheme of things, and there is no way a structure bedeviled by this kind of activities survives. And no nation survives a second war, a second civil war. It doesn't happen. But from what I'm seeing in Nigeria, we are teetering towards that that very circumstance, and I pray we survive. But from what is on ground already, precious, I pray it doesn't come to that point, because my people are there. Everybody, they are out there. So where would they flee to? You know, if something happens to Nigeria, can you imagine the whole of West Africa and the world? But we are just sleeping like Nigeria. You know, we become too passive. You know, too withdrawn. We are not interested. But Tinubu is dragging us to the precipice. Tinubu and APC. So my sister, make her not talk too much. I for talk about that sister when he phoned you last night, or was it last night or the other night?
Laura.
Laura, yeah, there were one or two points that I feel wasn't. She didn't get them right, but that can talk for another time. So good night, my sister. Eh? Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
good
bye.
Night. Thank you. Good night, sir. All right, bye. All right, Nigerians, let's draw the curtain here. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone. Thank you so much for making it another day, to another day's discussion. I always appreciate it. And we'll continue to talk for the growth and development of our nation. It is very tiring sometimes. It feels like the talk, they enter into deaf ears, but we will continue to talk, because one day, you go better. I love you guys so much. I'll see you again tomorrow evening. Tomorrow is Thursday, yeah. So Dr. Catch could join us tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow evening with Dr. Catch, hopefully. And then Friday. And then another day. Then Tuesday next week. Don't forget what I told you. I have Tuesday next week. Until then, protect your mental health. And remember to follow us across all social media platforms at Precious Amy TV. I love you guys. Good night.